Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who has joined us today live or are watching this session recording later. My name is Vishal Chavla, and I am one of the members of the organizing team for this bootcamp. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, Salesforce Marketer Group Singapore is super excited for organizing the biggest marketing cloud bootcamp program in this region. The plan for this bootcamp is to cover 65 plus sessions on a wide variety of topics covering various Salesforce Marketing Cloud products. To present these topics, we have invited some of the leading industry experts from across the globe. A very big thank you to one and all who are part of this wonderful Trailblazer community. A few housekeeping rules. For any questions during the session, please feel free to use the chat box. We will answer the questions during the session itself. For any questions post the session, please use the short link shown on the screen or scan the QR code. This will take you to a Google form where you can drop in your questions and we can get back to you with the answers later. All our sessions are recorded and uploaded on our YouTube channel. To access them, please use the short link shown on the screen or scan the QR code. Lastly, to sign up for all the upcoming sessions for this bootcamp, please visit our Trailblazer community page by using the short link or scanning the QR code. Here is the agenda for today's session. This is episode 16, SFMC Bootcamp, Analytics, Email Studio Reporting and Analytics. The speaker shall start the session with a quick round of introductions, followed by the main agenda, which is Email Studio Reporting and Analytics, then a demo. Post that, we'll have some resources which can be shared and a Q&A session. Lastly, we'll have a quiz competition wherein participants get opportunity to win exciting prizes. A shout out to the wonderful organizing team members who put in great effort for setting up these bootcamp sessions so that the Salesforce Trailblazer community can get access to quality learning. These team members are Abhishek, who is an SFMC technical lead, yours truly, Vishal. I am a Sales SFMC solution architect, Prashant, who is Salesforce technical lead, and Funny, who is Chief Technology Evangelist. With this, I would like to hand over to the speaker for today's session, JB. JB, why don't you give a brief introduction about yourself and take the session forward from there. Over to you.
Thanks very much, Vishal. And firstly, welcome everybody. And also I thank the organizing team, Abhishek, Vikas, Prashant and Funny for bringing this bootcamp into reality. This is much needed for somebody who is planning to learn Marketing Cloud or already in the Marketing Cloud world and want to build their experience. I see this has everything that one needs to get started. So if you don't know about me, a little bit about me, I am Jyotsna Bitra. I go by the name JB. I'm a Marketing Cloud consultant, 17 times certified. I'm the founder and the co-leader of the Salesforce Marketer Group in Phoenix. I'm also the founder of the Impact Force and the MC Learning Camp. And here are my LinkedIn and Twitter and the YouTube channel. So if you have any questions after the session, you can contact me on LinkedIn or on Twitter. On the LinkedIn as well, my ID will be Jyotsna Bitra. So with that, we'll move into the session topic today. Today's session topic is all about Email Studio Reporting and Analytics. So we have many ways that we can find out the reporting data. So once we have sent out the email, so we want to see how that email is doing or a specific campaign is doing, what is the ROI and what are the takeaways from the ROI, what we can learn from that and implement it from one specific email campaign and then use it for the another email campaign. So these insights help us to evaluate how the campaign is doing, or how a journey is doing, and how does it need any improvement, or what are the best practices that we can take away from that specific campaign or the journey. We can learn all about those insights from multiple ways in the Marketing Cloud. So I'm going to talk about a few of them today. So we're going to look at the inbuilt out of the box reports that are available in the Marketing Cloud, that is using the Analytics Builder reports. And also there's another way, Email Studio tracking, where we can go and check the tracking data, and we can also look at few reports there. And Marketing Cloud also has limited access to the intelligence reports. Intelligence is the new name for the Datarama. So some of the capabilities of the Datarama are available, and all the pro accounts, Marketing Cloud Pro accounts and above, can access to these features. And we can also make use of the tracking extracts that are also out of the box. And for a specific journey, we can go into the Journey Builder and look at the analytics there. And if the Google Cloud Analytics Cloud is integrated, we can also get the insights through the GA integration. So these are the main topics that we're going to discuss today. And besides these, there are also some other features where we can check the insights. So I just have a list of these. So we're not going to cover these in today's session, but I believe episode 29 or 26, there's a session for data views and send logs, and there are some Einstein specific sessions. So I'm not gonna cover these, but these are all the other reporting capabilities that are available within the Marketing Cloud. So with that, let's dive into today's topic. We'll start with the Analytics Builder reports. So these are the reports which are available out of the box. And these help us to look at the data, tracking insights, and see the behaviors, like how the open rate has been, or if the email campaign is doing well or not, the deliveries, how the email deliverability is, how many are delivered, how many are bounced, or how many unsubscribes are there. So we can get all that information from the Analytics Builder reports. And the we have the capability inside the Analytics Builder to view it as a bar, as a table, or as a chart. And then also we can schedule it, we can email it, or we can export it to the FTP, and to the email as well. We can automate the process within the Analytics Builder itself. So Marketing Cloud already comes with a set of standard reports. So we can start with those and add some measures to that, and then decide which ones we want to use. Let's look at how the UI looks like. If you see this image on the right bottom side, so on the Analytics Builder, we have three tabs: the overview, the catalog, and the activity. Each one has its own purpose. So in the overview, it's like the when we open the Analytics Builder, it's the main homepage that we see. So on the left, we see the shortcuts. So shortcuts, if we have a report and we access it more frequently, and we want to have an easy way to access it every time, so we can create a report of that and add it to the shortcut pane. So whenever we log in, we right away click on the report without the need to browse. So we don't need to go into the reports list and then find where the report is, or in the activity log, you don't need to browse multiple steps. So this is a short way to find the reports that we regularly use. And on the right, you see the report catalog. Report catalog, it's also organized by the campaign type. So email, it's specific to the email, or the mobile connect, or the mobile push, or administration reports are there, and the reports specific to the cloud pages, the group connect, journey builder, or specific to the contacts count, some reports specific to the contact insights. So these are organized by the categories here. So if you are looking to create a report just to get a count of all the contacts that are available in the Marketing Cloud. You don't need to go to the catalog and see a list of all the reports that are available and then check the report that you want. You can directly go to these contacts, hyperlink, click on that, and you will see the reports that are available for this specific category. So this is the short form. And also in the overview page, we do underneath at the bottom, we do have some access to the saved reports menu and the saved reports grid. We are going to look at it in detail in the demo. And in the catalog, this is the menu item where in the catalog, you will be able to see a list of all the reports. Just like here in the report catalog, you see it organized by the categories. In the catalog as well, it's the same, but you should be able to select which ones you want. And in the activity log, it gives a list of all the reports that are running or all the reports that have run previously, or all the reports that are scheduled to run. I think there is some marking. I am going to stop the screen share and reshare it, so we don't have that. Okay. So how do we create a standard report? Simple. This is out of the box available. And if you navigate on the icons, all the available studios and the builders, if you hover, you will see the analytics builder, and underneath you will select the reports. And under the reports, you go to the catalog or directly select the report name from the categories and then create the report and set the parameters, and then decide if you want to email it or if you want to export or just view it on the browser itself, and then save it if you want to use it again. And there are, as you have seen in the previous slide, there are multiple types of reports that are available. So that are specific to the email category, mobile connect or mobile push, or the administration related, or the contact related, journey builder related. So let's look at some of the ones which are more useful, regularly used. So these are some of the email studio reports. And this is the most frequently used report, account send summary. So account send summary, it gives a list of all the sends from a specific Marketing Cloud instance. So how many, all the emails or the that have been sent, and the open rate or the deliverability for each email and everything. You can collect the snapshot, like you can collect all the insights about a specific Marketing Cloud account from this account send summary. So if you have onboarded and you just you're just taking care of a Marketing Cloud instance, you're getting started and you want to understand how or how many sends or how the Marketing Cloud instance is doing or the deliverability is. So the first place that you can go and see is the account send summary, and then get this report. You can download it as well, and then look into that and try to understand how many emails have been sent every day or in a week, or what's the deliverability is. So you can get an understanding of everything in this account send summary. And the campaign email tracking summary is used for a specific campaign. For each specific campaign, we can look at how the email is doing and how it the open rate or how effective it is. We can get all these insights from this campaign email tracking summary. And if you want to check the performance by the domain, so your senders list might contain different domains, maybe Gmail or Yahoo or Outlook, and you want to analyze which domain is doing well, to which domain the emails are delivered successfully, or any issues by the domain. Or if you want to analyze everything by the domain, so you run this report and all the email sends are organized by the domain. So it will give a list of the results by the domain. Gmail, the tracking is this much, Yahoo is this much. So it will show everything by the domains. And the email send, it shows all the emails that were sent from the account. And list performance over time. This is also another report that we can examine to see the effectiveness of the list. So you might be using the data extension or the multiple different data extensions for each send. So you can get an analysis of this one using this report. And subscriber engagement. So you want to look at the subscribers, how they have been engaged, or what the open rate is, which email has the most open rate, and all these insights you can get from the subscriber engagement report. And likewise, we have different reports for the journey builder. For the journey builder, we just have some limited reports available. Email sent summary. So for some specific journey, we can get the metrics for all the emails that are sent in a specific journey over a period of time. And if you want to see the metrics summarized by the day, you can use this report. And similarly, there are some reports available for the mobile studio. And some of these are the push account summary, push message detail report. These are for the mobile push, and these two are for the mobile studio SMS messages. So all the messages that are sent, just like we have seen the account sent summary for the email studio, this is for the mobile studio SMS account summary and SMS message detail report. These are the reports that are available for the mobile studio. And these contact reports, these are used to get insights into the contacts. So the contacts count report is very important to know how many contacts are there in the instance. And so you may be aware that when you purchase a Marketing Cloud instance, you will purchase the number of billable contacts as well. So it starts with 45,000 billable contacts. So what if you have purchased only 45,000 and you have a sendable DE which has more records, and you send out, and then the list grows, and the total contacts that are counted as billable may be crossing 1 million. And then at the end of the year, when Salesforce reviews the instance, it may come and bill you for all the extra contacts that you might be using. So it's very important that you stay within the billable contacts limit. So if you have purchased 45,000 and if you're using more, then you may need to upgrade to have more contacts, or you may need to delete some of the contacts. So in that case, the contacts count report will be very much useful, and it runs weekly. So it runs on a specific day of the week, I think on Saturday or sometime. So you can schedule it. If you schedule it on Saturday and come back on Monday, you see the count. And if you notice that the count is increasing, then it may be the time that you clean up, or if you, it may be the time for you to take measures to keep the contact limit within the billable contacts limit. So this is very much helpful. And the contact data portability report. So it talks about for a particular contact, it gives all the information. If, let's say, we need to abide by the rules and the privacy laws, and as per the rules, GDPR or the CCPNA, and if a subscriber requests for their information, the way it is saved in our Marketing Cloud instance, so we can get information about that specific subscriber, and we can share that information with that subscriber. So this report is used to get all the information about a single contact. Let's take a pause here, and I will share the instance here. I'm logged into the Marketing Cloud instance.
JB, sorry to interrupt. I am seeing your entire screen.
Yeah, this instance is fine, Prashant. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for the reminder. So this instance I can share. So the analytics builder, and I do see intelligence reports and the reports. So we are going to discuss about the intelligence reports in a short while. And now we're looking at the reports here. So as you see here, this is the dashboard, which has all the shortcuts of the reports that we have created and added. And we also see the categories. It's taking some time. I think I have it open somewhere. Okay, this is the screen that will come. So these are the report shortcuts, and then these are selected by the categories. So I want to check the email performance or some report related to the email. So I go here and I'll be taken to the report catalog where all the email related options are set. So the option is set to email. So as I selected email as my category, and it pre-selects email and all the features that are relevant, and it lists all the reports that are available for the emails. So A/B test summary report. If I have created some A/B tests in the instance, and if I want to check the summary for that, I can see this account send summary. I want to get a list, a detailed analysis of the accounts. I can select this one. Let's select something here, campaign email tracking report. So whatever I want to use, I'll go here and I'll say create. Email performance by domain and what email I want to test this against. So maybe I'll use this one. This is a test instance. My apologies if you're not able to see much data here. I'm randomly selecting some email which has been sent before. So I select the email sent for which I want to check the performance by the domain and the time zone I would select and the culture code. When I click submit, it gives me the options to have more features here. So it gives the email name and the options that I have selected before. And it shows a chart where it lists by the domain. So the email was sent to only one person. So it was the Gmail. So it just lists that here and it shows the representation by the domain using open rate and the bounce rate by the domain. We can't see much here because it's just one email that's been sent. And this is how it basically looks like, the chart, and it's listed by the domain, open rate and the bounce rate and any other analytics that are available for that specific report. And on the top, you see here, you can email these results and you can also send these to an FTP. And if you want to download these results, you can download. And this is for creating the snapshot of this one. And this is to schedule it. Some reports you will not be able to see in the browser. Depending on the type of report that you select, you will get a prompt here saying you're not able to see this as a web report. So that will be listed here. And if you want to schedule for some of the reports, you can schedule it and you can save this. And you can give it a name, different name, and save it. I'll try to find something which I can schedule, contacts count. So this gives a list of all the contacts for the last 30 days, or I can also select the custom range. And all the reports data that is presented here, it's for the entire period since the time the Marketing Cloud instance is active. Unlike the data views or the other types of reports, which only gives the data for the past six months, this one is gets the data from the time the Marketing Cloud instance is available. So I only have 29 contacts in this one. I'll save this one. And I can create a snapshot of this and have it in this specific format. And I can schedule it here to run hourly or daily or on specific weekdays or weekly or monthly. And the format that I want to have this file. And if I want to email the reports, I can give the list of all the emails separated by the semicolon and what the email subject should be and anything else you want to include in that email. And if you don't want this to be emailed and if you want to just automatically send to the FTP, you can give the location of the FTP. And or if you just want it to save to the report section, then you can select these options appropriately. So I can set this one and this keeps running as per the schedule that is set. And I save this. And catalog here, if you go directly to the catalog instead of going to the categories here and selecting these specific ones, if you go directly to the catalog, it just selects all the channels. So earlier I selected Cloud Pages. That's the reason I see this one here. But the catalog lists all the reports irrelevant of the channel that is available. Sure, there are around like 50 plus reports that are available. So you can use these ones. You can see how the data is represented here. And activity lists all the reports that are run previously or anything that is scheduled in the future. So I think this is about the analytics builder reports. We'll go to the next one, email studio tracking. So if you just want to look at the tracking data of the emails that are being sent, earlier we have seen the tracking for the cloud pages, the mobile connect, mobile push, the contacts, the overall administration related reports. We have seen so many reports in the analytics builder. In the email studio tracking, this is like a small one where we can see only the email studio related data. So it's available within the email studio. As you see here, we are in the email studio, and under the tracking tab, we see all the list of emails that are being selected, and we can select some specific email. And for that specific email, we can get all the details about the deliverability rate or the number of clicks, number of opens, unique opens, and we can see all this information. And also there are multiple tabs here where you can get all the detailed insights. So this is how it looks like, because the demo that I'm going to use, the demo org, doesn't have much data. But for an instance which has a lot of sends and a lot of emails that are being sent, this is one of the email tracking data for the emails by this name and the subject and how many emails that are being sent. And it is all hyperlinked. As you see here, these are all underlined hyperlinked ones. When we click on this, it gives a list of all the emails that are being sent to, or email addresses, or all the subscribers that are being sent the email. And what are the data extensions that are used for this email send. So this is the data extension that is being used, and these are the data extension that is being excluded. And if you have any auto suppression list also in the account, and that is also acting against this email, then it will be listed here as well. Sometimes when you send an email and wonder why an email is not being sent to a specific subscriber, there may be might be a reason that they're auto suppressed or they're included in a suppression list. You can see the list of all the data extensions that are used and also that are suppressed or auto suppressed or excluded from this pane here. You just go to the email section, tracking tab, and select the specific email that you want to look the tracking data for. And for this specific email, this is just a snapshot of how the email looks like. This is the delivery rate and the number of bounces. And as you see here, if you click on this bounce number, you will get a list of all the subscriber keys or the email addresses for which the email has bounced. And underneath, you will also see the open rate, number of emails delivered and opens and the unique opens. And here you see few other measures, inbox activity or unengaged subscribers, how many people have unsubscribed, or who did not click or who did not open, and all these insights you can get from this tracking tab here. And you can also see the click activity, the conversions, the surveys, job links. The most used is the click activity. So whatever links that you have used in the email, you want to see how each link has been performing. So you can see that under this click activity tab. Okay. I'll see if I have that included. Okay, I don't think I have that snapshot included, but underneath the click activity, you will see the email overlay feature, wherein for each link, it will say 10% or 100%, or it will show the percentage of clicks that have been clicked on a specific link. The next one, this is all the soft bounces. Earlier, I have seen the soft bounce is a hyperlinked one, and you can click and see the information about all the soft bounces. So when you click on that, you will go to this one where the subscriber key and the email, and the reason also is described. For a soft bounce, you might want to analyze if it is a hard bounce or if it is an invalid address. That is a different thing. But if it is a soft bounce, you need to analyze why it's failing. Is it a wrong address, or the email inbox is full at that specific time, or you may need to remove some of the emails from the email sent. So this is the place where you can check all these soft bounces. And under the click activity tab, I was talking about this before, the click activity tab, you'll see the email overlay view, where you can see all the links wherever they are on the email, the links and the percentage of opens or clicks there on the, when you hover on it, you will see all this information here. And under the tracking tab, you can also define the configuration, what fields that you want to see. And here are some tips when you are creating some standard reports. If you select as a custom date range, if you select a longer period, it's going to take a long time. And because it needs to fetch the records for a longer period range. So it's always better to have shorter date ranges. And you need to be cautious when defining the dates. So let's say I want to get information of all the sends until today midnight. So if I give the date as today 19th, it's only considers the date as 19th early morning, 12 a.m. So it's going to get the data until 18th only. So you have to select, if you want to get data until 19th, so you will select 20 and give 12 a.m. So it will consider the date as 12 a.m. in the morning. So you want to get May 17th, you will choose the date as the next day, as the end date. And if you're using, if you're running a report and sending the email to multiple recipients, you can use the semicolons in between the email addresses. And the standard reports, you have seen 50 plus reports are available for the standard data extensions. And all the other data extensions, or you can create some custom reports. And we're also going to look at the intelligence report, where you can define more filter criteria, more measures and dimensions in there. It gives more configuration options there. And for the file formats, some of the file formats, if they're not supported, you can get a banner message saying that it's not available to be displayed as a web page. In that case, you may want to select it to download it or export it to the FTP or send it as an email. And automation, when you are scheduling it or when you're trying to automate it, if in the, you have seen in the previous example where I selected the report by the domain, email performance by domain, and there's only one email that is sent. So only one email, and that was sent to Gmail. So that kind of reports cannot be automated. I'll try to share the demo arc again. And this time I go to the email studio, and under the email, I see this tracking tab. When I select the tracking tab, I see sends and reports. These are basically the sends and the reports that we have seen before. These are the different types of reports that are readily available, and we can build some custom reports. And under the tracking, you can select, you can organize these by the folders. And if there are any A/B tests that are created in the Marketing Cloud instance, you can select, you can choose that here from this one. And let's look at one of the email. So this is the tracking data, and it gives a brief summary of the sends or any sends that are errored out. When you click on this one, we have seen on the slides where we see the graphical representation. So this is it. So this lists all the performance, all the summary of this, the email that is sent to, and how many are sent, how many are bounced, the opens, and who did not click. And it gives a list of all the email addresses that are being sent. And you can export this. So this is about the tracking within the email studio. Going back. So next on, intelligence reports. Intelligence reports is like the next level. So we have seen the email studio reports, which is confined to the emails. And we have seen the next one, the analytics studio, which has inbuilt reports for most of the features that comes within the Marketing Cloud. And the intelligence reports are earlier it was Datarama, renamed to Intelligence. So Datarama has two different versions, basic and the advanced. The basic version is accessible for us free for every edition Pro and above. So it has rich graphic visualization. It has more interactive features that we can customize the reports. So as you see here, it lists all the email deliveries and different KPIs. And as you see here, you can see the filter option. We're gonna look at it in more detail in the demo. So it gives multiple interactive elements where you can choose the time period, the business unit or the campaign, or compare it with a specific specific period. And it is almost all the elements are interactive, and you can select different types of visualizations here. And right now we can see the metrics related to the email and the mobile push. Mobile Studio reports are not yet available, but may be available at a later time. And intelligence reports for engagement is the basic one. For engagement advanced is the next level, where it provides more features like a cross-channel or more other integrations. And intelligence reports for engagement is included in the Pro and higher, and it includes dashboards, pivot tables, and reports. So I will take a break and share another instance. So I'm going to stop my screen share and share another instance. Okay. So I hope you are able to see some of the screen.
Yes, we are.
Okay, perfect. So here I am in the intelligence reports. So how I navigate to the intelligence report is I hover on the analytics builder. Earlier I have seen intelligence reports and the reports. Reports is basically the analytics studio reports. Intelligence reports is this Datarama reports. So I am in the intelligence reports now. So I see dashboards, pivot tables, and the reports. So in the dashboard pane, I see different types of reports that are available. This is the basic one that we see when we log in, the email overview. So it lists all the sends within the last 30 days, and we can specify the period as well. So within this specific period, and also I want to compare this specific performance with how it has done over a previous period of time. So I'm comparing here this current month with the previous month. So I can set the comparison period as well. I can select the business unit and the campaign for which I want to get this data. So here I can select these filters and hit apply. And going down, I have this delivery. It shows the list of all the contacts or all the sends that are sent. I can export this. Each thing here has this export option. So I can export this, share it via email, or download it as a PDF or CSV or any other formats that are available. And I can also filter it. So these are the filters that are set. I can change these. And also I want to select if it is a table view or any other information that is available on that. And along with the delivery, I can see the bounce rate. 0.28 is the bounce rate over the last 30 days. And out of these many sends, these many emails have bounced. And here on the right, this is all interactive. As you see here, the bounce rate, when you hover on these ones, you see the numbers that are getting displayed. It's organized by the week, and we can select it to be monthly as well. So you see the data change for the month. For the January month, it is like this, and Feb, it is like this. When you hover on this, you'll see the number of sends, the bounce rate, and the period for which it is sent. Similarly, you can check the engagement data, open rate, click rate, and all these things, or email performance, sense how the conversion has been. And as you hover on it, you see the other information pulled up and all these things. And you can also select which ones you want to see here. So here, let me go to another one, email deliveries. So you can select which columns you want to, which values you want to get represented here. Here I have selected sends and deliveries, but I want to see the bounces and the delivery rate as well. Then I select these columns, these measures as well, and then you see the data getting populated here. So the bounces are represented by the orange line and the delivery rate by the thick dotted blue line, I believe. So these are the data values that are also being plotted. If you don't want to see the delivery rate, you can deselect this. And you can see the information for each of these by the daily or weekly or monthly, whatever you choose. And by the email domain, and you can also select the sends, deliveries. This is all interactive, and you can select whatever that you want to see. So when you compare the analytics studio reports, the normal reports that are available, the standard reports and these intelligence reports, these are highly customizable, highly interactive, and these are have more visual representation. You can get more insights by looking at the dashboard data. And going to the pivot tables, sorry about that, I want to show everything in details. So that's the reason I'm skipping between different orgs. So this is another instance. I'll just go to the pivot tables and I see a list of all the reports that are created before, and I have the option to edit it or make a clone of it or delete or some other options here to filter this list view displayed here based on some criteria, or sort based on the attributes here. Every attribute here has these. I just want to see is based on some conditions. I can change. I want to see only created by a specific user. I can change here. And if I want to edit it, I'll go here and edit. And I can select the time period and other configurations that I can set on. So these are the various dimensions and measures that are available. May be overwhelming when we look at it the first time, but these are basically, this is how we select the columns that are being displayed here, right? As you see here, a number of columns are displayed here. You can select all the columns or the measures. We can set all these things here. And this gives a list of all the reports that are created and the status of each of them. And if any specific report that you want to run, you can run by selecting that. Setup is the place where we can do some report settings. You want to disable or enable download of large attachments. So this is basically the analytics builder intelligence reports. Now I'll skip back to the presentation. Okay, so we have seen different ways how we can analyze the data, and using the dashboards and using some interactive elements, we can sort, or we can identify different columns you want to display, or different attributes, different values that you want to see there. You can customize, and you can also set some comparisons between some time periods, how it is doing last quarter versus this quarter, and see how the trend has been and what has improved over time, or the campaign effectiveness has decreased over the time. We can check everything by giving the comparison period. And we also have options to filter, sort, or summarize data by using the pivot tables. And we can also schedule the reports to run automatically. And using these, we can customize, or we can see different representations of the dashboards. And under the intelligence report on the left side, you have seen email overview dashboard, email deliveries, email engagement performance, journey performance. These are basically different types of report data that is visible. So I will try to go back and see if any data can pull. So we have seen the email deliveries earlier. Likewise, we can see the deliveries is all about how the sends have been bounces, or soft bounce, hard bounce, all the information related to the deliveries of the email. Engagement is more about the opens, clicks, unsubscribes, and all this related to the behavior of the user who opened the email. So all the unique opens or clicks, unsubscribes, or unsubscribe rate, and all this information can be checked under the email engagement. This is for a specific email. We can select a specific email and see how the overall email has done with respect to the deliveries or the engagement or any other metrics that are available here. We can select the email and check its performance. And for a specific journey, we want to check the performance, we can check here. And right now we have a couple of reports available for the mobile push, not yet for the mobile studio messages, SMS messages. So different types of reports that are available. And for the advanced, so this is paid version. So if you want to have leverage more features, more capabilities to customize the report or define your own metrics, your own measures. Now, let's say Marketing Cloud has its own inbuilt algorithms to calculate the open rate or the delivery rate, but you consider the delivery rate as something else, then you want to define your own metrics, your own formulas or rules. Then in the advanced, you can create that, and also you can get the data from other integration tools as well, from the Service Cloud or other external data also you want to get. You can use it by advanced. You can leverage that by using the advanced. And there are more functions that are available. And as we have seen under the intelligence report, there are specific set of capabilities that are available. We can sort, we can filter, we can do some custom period selections, and some limited functionality is there. But in the advanced, there are more features that are available. And now moving on to the data extracts. So now this is another type, another way that we can look at the analytics data. So these are all the different ways. Basically, after we send an email or after we send an SMS, we want to see how it is doing, how it has done. So this is also another way where we can automate it. So earlier analytics builder and intelligence, we have the capability to schedule and run it and email it or download to FTP. We can automate some of the process there. And in the data extracts is a different way where we can extract the data that is more granular. Let's look into that. So the tracking extract is a specific type of activity under the data extract. So these are basically the Automation Studio activities. I believe Automation Studio, there's going to be a session, a detailed session on the Automation Studio. Basically, it's a different type of activity that you can create in the Automation Studio. And under the data extract, tracking extract is one specific type of extract. So data extract is basically to extract data from the Marketing Cloud and maybe send it to the FTP. We can send the data extensions or some file in a zip format, and there are some specific types available. And tracking extract is one type where we can select the type of tracking data. So as you have seen, there are different types of tracking data, number of opens, number of sends or unsubscribes. Besides that, there are many other different types of tracking data that is available. So we can export all that data, and that can be automated. So tracking extract is the one where we can select what kind of data that we can export. So use this tracking extracts to export data regarding email send jobs or the clicks, bounces, survey data, or any other more information is available in the Marketing Cloud. Whatever that is in the Marketing Cloud instance, you can export that. And these are used with Automation Studio. And once we extract the data is created, but you want to export that data to the FTP. So it needs to be used in parallel with the file transfer. So you have extracted the data that is sitting inside the safe house, Marketing Cloud Safe House. So you want to transfer that data into external FTP. So you want to use this tracking extract activity in conjunction with the file transfer activity. Then only you will be able to receive that tracking extract and download it or do other automation further. So this is easy. You don't need to create SQL or anything. So you see here, you can select the time period, rolling range or a specific range. You can check the data for the last 7 days or 1 month or 24 hours. You can select the accounts or the email that is being used and which format you want to get the data or any other configuration that you want to select here. And these are all the different types of tracking data that is available within the Marketing Cloud. So once an email is sent, extract not sent. So it's going to give the information of all the not sent records, not sent subscribers, or send jobs, all the sends that are send jobs that are executed, or all the unsubscribes that are resulting from a send. If you select some specific email send definition, email ID, and then you choose this one, email unsubscribes. So it gives a list of all the unsubscribes for the specific email. And you can also select different options. You should include test sends or unique clicks, or you can do all this configuration here. And these are all the different options available. You can select it as the CSV format or the zip format or the Excel format. And you can select the date range to be as short as 1 day. And it doesn't include the journey data. So as for now, there's a list of all the tracking data that is available. The bounces, the clicks, the impression trackings, I think it's the clicks, impressions, conversions, not sent, or opens, or send impressions, send jobs, and all this information is available as of now. So once you get that information, so that will be exported and you see that information, this will be in this specific format. So it will be organized by the client ID, the instance ID, the send ID, the email ID that is being sent, the send job ID, this email address to which the email has been sent, the subscriber ID and the list ID, the event date, and all the other information. So this is for the click activities, click tracking. So it lists the URLs that have been clicked by the user, and is it unique or triggers, and all the time it is clicked. And it gives all the information for all the subscribers for that specific email. And how do we get this? So this needs some basic understanding of the Automation Studio. How do we create some activities and how do we create an automation? So let's go and try to build one automation here. So I go to the Automation Studio and first create the activity. So as you see here, this is an automation. It gets the tracking data for the last 30 days. And this is a data extract activity. And after we get the data, we need to transfer it. So it has to be used in conjunction with the file transfer activity. And we have automated the whole process wherein it can be scheduled daily or weekly. And it extracts the data for the past 30 days, and then it transfers the file to the FTP. So coming back to the instance, I go to the Automation Studio. And first, I need to create two activities. First is the data extract, and the next is the file transfer. So for this session, we're going to look about creating the data extract activity. So about creating the automation and different activities that may be discussed in detail in the Automation Studio session. But for this session, we're going to look at how to use this data extract activity. So I am in the Automation Studio. I go to the activities here. This is where I create the whole entire automation, but for the automation, it should have the activities first. So I go to the activities section. I can create different type of activities here. So I'm more interested about the data extract type. So I create activity and choose the data extract. And in the data extract as well, there are different type of extracts, zip or conversion. If you have a file and you want to convert into ASCII, a different version, or you want to get the audit trail, or you want to get the data extension, there are different options available, and these options differ depending on what have been enabled for your instance. So for now, I want to get the information about the not sent or unsubscribes. So I go here and select the tracking extract. And the file name pattern, I will say maybe unsubs for the period month of, I'll say month. This is like the wildcard character where it gets the month. This is dynamic month. And I give the name for this data extract activity. And I can add any other description here. And as I go here, I can configure which data I want to get in the tracking extract. So I don't want clicking impressions. I don't want bounces. I'm only interested about the unsubscribe. So I can select whatever I want. For now, I only want to get the unsubscribes. So I choose only this one. And you can also specify if you want to include all subscribers or unique clicks or unique opens, and these are all multiple options that are available. And if I want to give multiple accounts, get the data from multiple accounts, or the different attributes or the format. Different options here. I just leave it as is. And the time period, I have selected it as a rolling range or a specific range. I can say select the specific range. I can go back to any period and select the range. Or if I just want to use the rolling range, the previous day or the previous 1 week or the 30 days, I select it here. And then this is how we set it. So once we're done with it, we can run this by itself under the data extract. You see this unsub data extract. You can run it. If it is just one time run, you want to run it once, and then it will copy this into the safe house. So once we run this, it will be copied into the safe house, and from the safe house, we need to transfer this file into the file transfer FTP location. So I copy this file name, whatever I specify here. I copy this file name, and in the FTP activity that I create, the file transfer activity that I create later, I will use the same name. So I have given some name here. What is that? This one. So I copy this, and when you create the file transfer activity to transfer the file from the safe house to the FTP, I use the same name. And once I'm done, I'll go and create the automation if I want it to run every week or every day. So I create an automation and set it to run as per the schedule. So this is how it can be done. And the next one, and I think this is the last one almost. So this is about the journey builder. So whatever we have seen other ways wherein in the analytics reports, standard reports, we have 2 different types of reports that are available for the journeys. And in the intelligence reports as well, we can see the email performance by the journey. And this is another way where we can get some insights into the journey, how many emails have been sent, or how the health of a journey is, and everything we can see from the journey itself. So when we go to the journey builder, the main page, the dashboard that comes up, it gives a list of all the journeys that are available and the status and the performance and the last modified here. And when you have goals set for any of the journeys that are defined here, so it gives a view of the goals, how many goals have been met or the performance, how it has been performing. It lists that information as well. And journey health is also one place where we can see the same thing, the goal attainment. And also it gives some options where we can give the contact ID and look at the specific contact subscriber ID, how it has been doing, or if you want to remove that from the journey as well, we can do that. And journey history is a different tab where we can go and look at all the contacts that are entered or that are going through a specific activity, specific step in the journey. It will be listed in the journey history, and it's available only for the last 30 days. So let's go to the journey builder. So I am in one of the journeys. So this is a demo account. Again, I don't have much data in here, but I see this one, which was run a while ago, not within the last 30 days. But if you look at the journey, and let's go back to the journey dashboard, it gives a list of all the journeys, the status of the journey, and a journey can be in different status like running or draft or finishing, or there are multiple statuses available for a journey. You can see here. Draft, schedule, this is scheduled to run, or active and is running, or finishing, or sent, or stopped, or cancelled, or paused. So you can select a status of all the journeys here, and also the performance. So how many contacts have entered this, and if you have set any goals or anything will be listed here underneath the number of entries. And the entries, everything here. And this is also another way where we can see the goal attainment. The goals are not specified on any of the journeys here, so you cannot see any data here. And this is also a way where we can filter the dashboard view. Here we see a list of all the journeys that are available, but I want to see only the multi-step journeys and also the journeys that are actively running now. So depending on that, this view changes. So I can set some filter criteria here. And if I go into a specific journey, it gives, when I hover over any specific activity that is in there, I can see, I click on the number here, I can see the number of contacts that have been processed, or any errors, any bounces, or how many have been sent successfully. And all the details I can see. This is available only for the last 30 days. So that's the reason this was executed a while ago. So I can't see much information on this. I can also see this information here. And on each of the activity, it will be listed, or how many contacts. And if you have a decision split activity here, and you want to see some of the contacts have entered the path A and some has entered the path B, you can get the counts here. And you can select the period also. And it gives the contact keys under the information. And also we see different versions here. You can select data by the versions, how the first version has been doing versus how the second version has been doing. And you can also filter, get the goal attainment data, because this doesn't have anything defined. You can see here. And this is the journey health. So we can give a specific contact key and search for that and see how it has been doing. And also if you want to remove that contact from the journey, this is a way that we can remove. This is a place where we can remove. And under the history, again, there is no data here for the last 30 days, but you can see all the list of contacts who have entered the journey and who have passed a specific step in the journey. Everything will be listed here, even the wait period, everything will be listed here. And if you know some contacts have entered, but you don't see them passing through the different steps, then you can go here and see where they are, or you can search by the contact key. And you can also refine this by the journey and the activity. If you want to see only the wait activities, you can check, and the status as well, the date range, you can select here. So I think that is it for the journey reports. So this is like an example where you see a specific contact key 01 has entered this journey, and it is at some specific activity, the completion time, and the same contact is wait step and the completion time. So you can see all this information in the journey history. And one last way is the Google Analytics integration. I'm going to slightly touch upon this. So this is available only when you have Google Analytics integrated into the Marketing Cloud instance. So some clients, they may be using Google Analytics instead of intelligence reports or any of the standard reports. They want to have some advanced capabilities, and they want to have other data also integrated. They may be having other tools as well. They get the data and integrate and check everything in the Google Analytics. So they can have that integrated into the Marketing Cloud instance. And then on a journey, you can have an option where you can look at the Google Analytics information as well. So this is only available when that is integrated and that is selected, enabled. And these are some of the resources that are helpful. Basic trailhead modules, which are really helpful to get an understanding of how to get started with these and what are the functions and the capabilities. So trailhead has a wealth of information. So we have seen different ways how we can get information, like using the analytics standard reports, the email studio tracking, and the journey builder. Within the journey builder, we can go to multiple places and see the tracking data. And intelligence reports are one advanced way where we can see better visualization, graphical representations, where we can have some interactive elements and more customization capabilities. And some GA integration if that is integrated. So that is all for this session. And I thank everyone for your patience. And any questions here?
Thank you, JB. So we have one more question, JB. Does the journey health also shows the data within 30 days?
Yes, so all the data that is shown within the journey, that's limited to the last 30 days.
Perfect. Okay, I think we don't have any more questions.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, JB, for your session and for your time today. I mean, the session was really insightful, and you have covered a lot of stuff. In fact, about the reporting metrics and all.
Thanks much, Prashant. My pleasure, and I really enjoyed being here and sharing my whatever I know, sharing with the group. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, then we'll just try to quickly move to the quiz. Okay. So for those who don't know, or if you are attending for the first time, so you can play the quiz by logging into kahoot.it, and all you have to do is enter the game pin, or you can scan the QR code and then scan.